Just because you have a thought, you don't have to believe that thought. You can shift. You are in charge of your thoughts. This is the next level you, right? So if you didn't know that, a thought is just a thought. Okay. You can shift your thought. You can train your mind to have better thoughts, to have higher quality thoughts, right? To have thoughts that are in alignment with what it is that you are wanting to create, experience, who you're wanting to be. Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome back. Welcome to 2024. Can we just say that? Welcome to 2024. I'm so excited to be with you today for this first episode of the new year. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome back to another episode of the Sharice Williams Show, the only podcast created for the highly conscious, high impact nurse turned entrepreneur looking to create, launch, and scale a wildly profitable holistic health coaching and consulting business from a place of ease and flow, while also optimizing your wellness and vitality naturally. So that being said, you guys, let's just hop into it. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, but now guess what? We are well into 2024. It's time to hit the ground running. And so in order for you to create the success that you're wanting to create and experience in your life this year, we've got to change up some things. We definitely have to change up some things. And so today I'm going to just focus on 3 things that I really want you to lean into, to shift, to evaluate, and not just evaluate, because we can get stuck in the evaluation stage. This is a year of implementation. You guys, 2024, this is a year of abundance. Did you know? Yes. 2024 is the year of abundance. It's the year of balance, and it's the year of success. But in order to experience the abundance, in order to experience the balance, in order to experience the level of success that you desire, you've got to show up differently in this year than you did last year. Okay. And only you know what that means. But I'm going to just go out on a limb here and just say what's going to be required of you is to own who you are, to own your brilliance, to own the gift that God has given you, to own that tugging, that burning in your belly to create change, to change the way that we, deliver care, the way that we care for people. It's going to require you to own it. We are done. We are done. Can you say done? Just say done with me. Say, I'm done. I'm done. We are done with playing small. We are done with downplaying our gifts, our talents. We are done with not utilizing what God has blessed us with. We're done. Can you say I'm done? Okay. Now that we've said it, I heard you. Now that you said it. So what does that look like now? Now that we're done with it, I always like to play this game. I've played this game for years. In fact, even I used to play this a lot in my network marketing business, but I would always teach this to my team. And it's such a fun game because it takes you out of it breaks the pattern. It breaks the pattern of thought that you are in that you may not even realize you're in. Okay. And so it's the what if game. And not what if this doesn't work? No. It's the what if game on the other side. What if I truly owned my brilliance? How would I show up? What if I had all the clients that I desired? How would I show up? And when I say show up, show up online, but how does that affect your being? Right? How does that shift your energy? How does that shift who you be and how you communicate and what you do? What if you already had a 6-figure a month business? That was an arbitrary number, you guys, but you could insert whatever number feels right for you. Because for some of you, you're like, no, that's a no for me. Okay. What if you had a 10K a month business and it was consistent? Month in, month out, doing the work that you love, right? Because what our mind likes to play games with us on is, well, what if you don't have any clients? What if you can't find anybody? What if no one wants to work with you? All of that negativity. But But what's going to be, required as you're moving forward is not allowing your mind to play games with you, not falling into, not just listening. One of my mentors, if you've been listening to me for a while, you've heard me say this, or if you follow me online, you've probably seen me write this. But one of the things that she says, Fabulous Tracy, is don't be your mind's bitch. And when she first said that just tickles me right now. But don't be your mind's bitch, meaning just because you have a thought, you don't have to believe that thought. You can shift. You are in charge of your thoughts. This is the next level you, right? So if you didn't know that, a thought is just a thought. Okay. You can shift your thought. You can train your mind to have better thoughts, to have higher quality thoughts, right? To have thoughts that are in alignment with what it is that you are wanting to create, experience, who you're wanting to be. It takes practice, yes, but it's so much fun. Okay. So the what if game. What if you knew what you were doing, right? Because how many times have you said to yourself, God, do I really know what I'm doing? What if you knew? What if you knew that you knew that you knew, like in the depths of your soul? What would be different? If you acted like you knew, if you owned that you do know, and you acted as if you did know. Okay? So play the what if game with yourself, and you get to decide what comes after the words what if. What if this is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my professional career? What if, right? Instead of, well, what if I start this and it doesn't get, no, we're not going there. This is did I tell you it's 2024? This is 2024. We're doing a new thing in 2024. Okay. By choice. This is an intentional choice. So the what if game. The second thing that I really want you to lean into more than ever is leveraging other people's audience. Now, what does that mean? What that means is this. So let's take it back to 2020, right? 2020, the year 2020. In 2020, the world shut down. We know that, right? The world shut down. Everyone was required, kind of forced to shift to an online business model. Fabulous. Not many people were online before then, but a lot of people who had not, because the world shut down, were kind of forced, if you will, to start showing up online, to start building your business online. I think that's one of the best things that could have ever happened. Like, seriously. I love the freedom of being able to help people all over the US, because we are connected here on social media, not on social media, but via Zoom or whatever platform you choose to use. I use Zoom. But here's the thing. It's not 2020 anymore. That doesn't mean you don't build your business online. That's still probably 90% of the way that I build my business, that I have built my business, has been online. But as the kids are saying nowadays, we're outside. We're outside now. 2020, world shut down. 2021, kind of started opening up a little bit. 2022, the world was open, y'all. It's 2024. It is 2024. The world is wide open again. Everyone is outside, if you will. And so how do you leverage other people's audiences? And so it's going to be important in order to create quantum leaps in your business, whether you're starting from day one or whether you've been in business for a minute. You're running two lanes. Okay. You're running two lanes. You are leveraging people's audiences online, and you're also leveraging people's audiences in person. This doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, not in the least bit. But how do we do this, right? How do we do this? So online, this is one of the things that I absolutely love about Facebook. Facebook has Facebook groups. What's so wonderful about Facebook groups is that people segment themselves. They basically raise their hands and say, I am this person. I'm going into this group. So for instance, if you are focused, or maybe a huge component of the way that you work with your clients is for a plant-based lifestyle. Do you know how many vegan Facebook groups there are? Do you know how many vegetarian Facebook groups there are? Do you know how many plant-based Facebook groups there are, where there is a sea of your ideal client? Maybe your focus as it relates to holistic health and functional medicine, maybe it's weight loss. Do you know how many weight loss groups there are on Facebook? It's a sea of your ideal clients. There are women in these groups that are literally and figuratively dying to work with you, right? They're seeking support from someone who knows what they're doing. So for someone who can help them get results. Maybe you have a passion for helping women with thyroid issues. Do you know how many thyroid groups there are on Facebook? And so here's the thing. I don't care what your niche is. Doesn't matter what it is, what your specialty is. What I know for a fact is that there are multiple Facebook groups that have your ideal client. Why is this important? It's important because what I see often is that when you are new to entrepreneurship, like you're new to starting your holistic health coaching business, and even if you're not new, I actually see it on both ends. But you start to you put all of your focus into building your own audience. Now, this is important. You do want to build your own audience. Building a business is multifaceted, right? So yes, you want to be building your own audience. But the fastest way, one of the easiest ways for you to build your own audience is to go where your ideal clients are and bring them into your ecosystem. Okay. And so online, again, what does that look like? Showing up as a thought leader in Facebook groups. This is one of the massive tools that I teach inside the Process Practitioner program. Is something that I teach to my one-on-one clients, because this is something that will skyrocket your business. Definitely skyrocket your business. Put yourself around your ideal clients, online and offline. So Facebook groups is one. Podcasts, you guys. Do you know how you can talk about so many things? You are an expert with so many things. And listen, even if you feel, well, just one, talk about the one thing. This is what I know. Once you start getting into the rhythm of talking about just one thing, through the conversation, questions are asked, thoughts are created. And then you're like, oh my God, I could totally talk about this. Maybe I'll talk about this next time. Yes. You have, think about it. You've been probably, a lot of you moms, girl moms. There's that's a whole nother, ball game. Boy moms. I'm a boy mom. I'm a proud boy mom. I have 2 sons, right? And so, there are so many things that you can talk about. Entrepreneurship, the current state of healthcare. How your approach is different. There are so many things that you could talk about. Podcasts that already have your ideal clients. And there's tons of Facebook groups that are dedicated to podcasts, people who have podcasts or people who are looking for guests to be on podcasts. Okay. Put yourself in an environment where your ideal client is. Okay. And by the way, for many, many years before I even had a podcast, I would be a guest speaker in people's Facebook groups. So I would come and speak to their audience about health, about holistic health, about how to increase the green, increase. I'm trying to think one of the topics I talked about one time, how to infuse more greens into your life. One of them was sneaky ways to get your kids to eat more greens. There's so many. Why was I able to talk about that? Because I have had to find sneaky ways when my kids are younger to eat more greens, to eat more fruits and vegetables, right? We undervalue our experience, you guys, but here's what I want you to do. Start having the conversations that you are 1000% comfortable and confident speaking about, and then allow that conversation to open up and broaden. Okay. Now let's talk about offline. Offline, because we're outside. We're outside now. Look at this is what I was telling some of our community inside the holistic health and empowerment community. If you're not part of that community, definitely join that community. I'll make sure that we put the link in the show notes. But what I was telling them is, I want you to just think of a 10 to 15 mile radius around you. 10 to 15 miles radius. What establishments do you frequent often that might have your ideal clients? You can even use our good old technology here, our good old phone, and just type in gyms near me, yoga studios near me. Why? Why did I say gyms or yoga studios? Because they're health focused, and they don't have to be huge. They can't be huge, like Lifetime Fitness, But they could be maybe smaller franchises. I know Floyd Mayweather has a boxing gym. There's 9 Round, which is a kickboxing gym. These are all franchises. There's some in your area. And maybe depending on where you live, those aren't the exact names. Find the ones in your area that are people that are focused on elevating their health. Okay. And think about this. It's about strategic partnerships. Yes, absolutely. This is the year of strategic partnerships. But again, we're talking about putting yourself around an audience, someone that already has your ideal audience. So if you're going to Pilates, or yoga or the gym, maybe even if you don't personally go, see how you can partner with them and offer your services to them and their clientele. People want to know what's in it for me. And so what is in it for them? Is it just a matter of you being able to do a health talk or a specific health talk on hormones, or a specific health talk on, thyroid, whatever it is, whatever your specialty is, offer to speak to their audience about that. It can be free, because guess what? It could be paid, but initially, if you're just starting off, let it be free, because you are literally implanting yourself in their audience. So now you have access to, I don't care if it's 20 people or, 20, 200, 300, 400, 500 people, whatever the case may be. And maybe you create an arrangement with them that if any of them could become clients of yours, maybe do an 80-20 split or 70-30, whatever works. Just have the discussion, right? And so I can't tell you how many times I've done this. I've done this with 9 Round. It's a kickboxing gym. I have spoken at the University of Houston Medical School. I've done a whole demonstration, an Eat to Live show, cooking class, basically, for the University of Houston. I've partnered with physicians here in the Houston area, and I've done, again, cooking demonstrations. They're not really cooking because they're raw vegan classes, so there's really no cooking involved. But you see where I'm going with this, right? And so put yourself around your ideal clients. Don't make building your business any more difficult than what it has to be. All right. So that's all. Start with your sororities. I was talking to one of my clients the other day inside the process practitioner program, and she is part of a sorority, Delta Sigma Theta. And I said, reach out to them. Reach out to your local chapter. You are connected to so many people, so many organizations. I really want you to just do a scan of your life and literally take a piece of paper, get pen and paper, write it down. What are you part of? Who do you give money to? Whether they're, Toastmasters. For many of you, you guys know I've been vice president of Toastmasters for many years. Do a talk, right? And go to different clubs and do that same talk as it relates to health in general, but your specialty. Okay. All right. That is it. This episode went a little bit longer than I expected, but so play the what if game. Allow yourself to accept that this is the year of abundance for you. Let's just start there. Allow yourself to accept that this is the year of abundance for you. This is the year of success for you. Recognize that you cannot bring the same ways of being, the same ways of thinking into 2024 if your expectation is to create something different in 2024, right? We know that something has to be different. You have to be different in order to create something different. So what are we going to do? One, we're going to play the what if game. We're going to have fun with it. It's a game. What if I was ready? What would I do? What would my next step? What would my first step be? What would my next step be? What if I had all the clients that I desired? How would I be showing up for them? What would I offer them? How much fun can I make this? Like, what if this was so much fun? Like, literally just play and it is, by the way, I think business is so much fun. I absolutely love doing what I do, not just on the holistic health side with my clients, but also, coaching nurses, nurse practitioners, clinicians on how to build their business. It's all fun. I make it all fun, but play the what if game and then lean into leveraging other people's audience. Okay. And by the way, it can be an exchange. I remember when I shared with you a second ago, before I had a podcast, when I was first starting, this was probably 3 years ago. And I would be a guest speaker in other people's Facebook groups. And what I would do in return, because I didn't have, sometimes people would have me on their podcast, but I didn't have a podcast to exchange with them. But what I would do is I would bring them into my Facebook group. and allow them to speak to my clients if it was a good fit. It's not always a good fit, but if it's not a good fit, maybe their ideal audience is not, my Facebook group, my private Facebook group maybe doesn't make up the demographic of who their ideal client is. That's okay. What other ways can I help their business? So maybe I become a referral source for them. So here's just get creative with it. Okay. All right, you guys, that is it for today's episode. Again, super excited to jumpstart the new year with you. Here's 2 things I want to share with you. One, if you have not yet attended the secret language of blood work that most doctors miss. If you have never attended that masterclass, I want to personally invite you to attend that masterclass. Okay. Our first one for this year it's the 14th. It's the 14th. So I'll make sure to drop the link to register. It's a free masterclass, but you want to attend this masterclass because we talked about this year, the year being abundant. This is being the year of abundance, right? We talked about doing something different in 2024 in order to create something different. One of the things that I love is, and one of the things that I'm not just love, but I'm really good at, is helping people position themselves as a category of one. As a category of one. One of the things that you can do to position yourself as a category of one is to acquire skills that not everyone has. Acquire skills that not everyone has, you guys. And so these are the things that we teach you in the masterclass and also in the Prosperous Practitioner program. Prime example, root cause blood work analysis. So let's go back just for a second. I'm going to take you back just for a second. About 10 minutes ago when I was talking to you about being in front of other people's audiences, when you understand how to look at labs from a root cause lens and how you can explain that to people, how you can explain to people, for an example, if you're at a gym or let's say you're at a gym and of course they're there to lose weight, tone up, all of that. But if they don't understand that if they have inflammation going on in their body, they can work out all day, every day. Their body's not going to release the weight if they have inflammation. If they are insulin resistant, guess what? The body's not going to release the weight. So what do we need to do? We need to address the underlying problem. We need to address the root cause. We need to address the inflammation. We need to address the insulin resistance. Now, you build a whole talk around that, 15, 20, 30-minute talk around that. Do you not think that that's going to help to get you clients? Absolutely. Of course it is. And it's something that you can offer, something that distinguishes you from anyone else, something that you can offer to those the business owners' clients, their current client base, because it's not in competition. They don't offer that service. They don't offer that level of support. They have a gym. They work on the physical fitness. Okay, let's work on the internal health so that their clients get better results, more results. Because guess what? If you can help their clients get better results by understanding what's going on with them at a cellular level and working with them to either decrease that inflammation, to balance out their hormones, to reverse their insulin resistance, whatever the case may be, guess what? That business owner, the person's still going to continue to go to the gym. So it's going to continue help with their revenue, but it's also helping you with your revenue as well, because now you have a new client. Okay. This is what we teach you inside the Prosperous Practitioner program. We're going to unpack at the masterclass. We're going to do a deep dive into a CBC. This is not something that you learned in nursing school, nurse practitioner school, not even in medical school. You didn't learn to look at a CBC, look at a CBC and understand what's really going on at a cellular level, what the root cause is. Okay. So I'll drop the link to the masterclass in the show notes so you can register yourself. Last thing I want to share with you is this. One of the most fun, for me, again, I'm all about fun. One of the things that I enjoy the most is reading your comments. And whenever you have a question about a particular topic, coming here to the podcast and sharing those topics. So I want to invite you. To connect with me on social media. I'm at Sharice W on Facebook and at Sharice Williams on Instagram. And many of you are inside the holistic health empowerment community, so you can find me there. But drop me a message and share with me, number one, insights from this podcast or any of the other episodes that you've listened to. But then the other thing is, what do you need? What do you need right here, right now to move forward in your business? What do you need drop me the message. And I want to do a special podcast just for you addressing that thing. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. This has been great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you as always for listening to this episode. If you love this episode, again, connect with me on IG, on Facebook at Sharice W. Let me know how this episode lands for you. I love reading every single message. I literally read every single message, and I love reading every single message and hearing what's come through for you. And I love just hearing your feedback. So as always, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for you. I'll see you next week on another transformative episode of The Sharice Williams Show. Bye for now. Mwah.